Today I want to show you how to make homemade tomato vegan ketchup. It's super easy and so delicious, and you have control of your ingredients when you make it yourself. And there's several different ways to make it. Some take longer because you cook it on the stove and you use really fresh ingredients like fresh tomatoes. And others, like the one I'm going to show you today, is the quick way because it uses tomato paste. So you can make this 12 months a year and you're not relying on fresh tomatoes. It's super easy, it's super delicious. I've done them both and I love them both, but this one's fast and everybody wants fast, right? Okay, so we're gonna start with tomato paste, and I'm gonna just use my blender because it blends it up really smooth, and I love that. But you don't have to because there's no chunks of anything in here, but I still love the flavors to marry together in a blender. But I use an organic tomato paste because tomatoes, I believe, should always be organic. And I get this one that's in the tube. I love it because it's these very special Italian tomatoes that are from a region that are really famous, and it has really good flavor. But you can just buy the cans. It's a little easier for this recipe because it's a couple of these tubes to get enough tomato paste, and you just got to squeeze it out. So I have it like this. So the first thing we're going to do is just add all our ingredients to the blender. I'm going to add the sweetener and the mustard probably at the end. For sure the sweetener. I think for the mustard, I'm just gonna put a little tiny bit in, like maybe half a teaspoon. But I didn't have mustard powder because my mustard powder doesn't taste fresh, so I'm just using stone ground mustard. But if you have mustard powder, you can just put a pinch of that in. Okay, so first we're gonna add our tomato paste. When you buy ketchup, there's so many unnecessary ingredients, and this is super easy. So I really recommend you guys using homemade ketchup. And that's just water. That's a half a cup of water, and that was about a cup of tomato paste. And then apple cider vinegar, that's a must. It's about a tablespoon in here. I added a touch more because I love vinegar. And then my favorite spices to put in are onion salt, garlic salt, not garlic salt, garlic powder, and smoked paprika. To me, that's the secret ingredient. Love smoked paprika. And then a little bit of salt, but I'm gonna do that to taste at the end because you may not even need it. And just really a little squeeze of mustard. Now we're going to just blend that all together and taste it, and then add the maple syrup. Looks authentic. So let me just give that a little taste. I definitely want to add maple syrup. It's going to be, for me, like 1 tablespoon probably. And I still like some salt. Some people take it from here and cook it on the stove and cook it down, but I don't know, I've done ketchup like that, and even more extensive with fresh ingredients, fresh tomatoes rather. Much better, that's good. You know, we're used to eating ketchup that has sugar in it, so if you're someone that doesn't use sugar, a great way to do it, and one of the ketchups that I have bought is the one made with dates. So I don't have any dates right now, but you could stick 2 or 3 dates in here. I would recommend soaking them in water, getting them really fresh, and then you really do need to use your blender because you want those blended up smooth, but you can use any other kind of sweetener. That's good. Okay, so I've got some potatoes in the oven. Let's taste it on a potato. Okay, so here's my delicious potatoes. I just cut them up and I put a few spices on them, spritz them with a couple sprays of my oil, put them in the air fryer. And now we're gonna put our ketchup so that we can put it in the fridge. This is how I like to keep it because I always like everything in glass if possible. And these wide mouth mason jars are really perfect. Alrighty, so let's give it a taste. So good. The spices I put on my potatoes are thyme and a little bit of thyme and rosemary, little pepper, and smoked paprika in here too. Hot. Wow. They're fresh out of the air fryer, so they're hot. But that is delicious. I know, no double dipping, right? So good. That is worth it to make your own ketchup. Fantastic. Guilt-free fries, all done in the air fryer, so fast. Homemade ketchup, this will last a long while in the fridge. You guys gotta try it, it's super good. All right, you guys, please subscribe and I'll see you next time.